De-playify a automobile round 3. Well, can I just say that it's so clear to me that it's all about the right tool for the job. Whether that's like hanging up hooks for your plants at your house, you need a drill for the right size holes, and then the rest of it is easy. Or if you're trying to get a stain off of something, you need the Awesome cleaner, because Awesome dissolves shit and takes the stain. I washed my hair last night, or rinsed it out, because I just got it dyed. So, or I needed to grab something out of the kitchen or bathroom medicine cabinet, and I stepped, I leaned my head out of the shower just for a moment to grab the thing. Come on, you. And my hair drips all over my white countertop, and it's got blue hair dye all over it. So I'm getting to bust out the toothbrush today because I'm in a car. And this is a really nice car. It's like a Ford. It looks like a Toyota 4Runner, but it's a Ford. So I have no idea what it is. Ford Escape? I don't know. I don't know Fords, but since it's just a car, I was like, hey man, my minimum is $100, And I was going to charge $150 and up for things that were the size of a van, camper van, sprinter van, and larger, like motorhomes. So this lady was like, can you just do my car? And I'm like, yeah, I can do a car, So I'm like, do you want me to do the outside of it too? So I think I'm going to have plenty of time. I've only been working on this vehicle for 47 minutes, and I'm almost completely done with the wipe down and vacuum out, which is 90% of the battle. Since it is a car, I'm going to Armor All everything, and she's got leather seats, so I hope I have enough Armor All, or maybe she's got some leather specific stuff that I can wipe these leather seats down with. But yeah, since it's a smaller space, I was like, well, I have a minimum I'm going to charge you, and I'm basically like comfortable with that taking anywhere from 2 to 2.5 hours. But if I can do a 21-foot RV in 3 hours, I can do a car in less than 3 hours, right? Let's not be too detailed. But I'm being reminded a lot lately that it's always about, any job is easy if you have the right tool for the job, okay? Like a guy came in in a bunch of pain and hurting, hadn't had a massage in forever. I work on him and he was like, oh my God, that was like the best massage ever. He goes, even if I could massage myself, I feel like you did everything that I would have done, and then even more. And I was like, that's the nicest compliment that you could ever give someone, that they did the massage to you better than you would give yourself a massage. If I could massage myself, I would be 1,000 times more successful because I'd be in no pain. And B, I would probably get 2 massages a week. But anyway, the right tool for the job, okay? When you need someone to heal your muscles, your soft tissue, you need a massage therapist. If you need somebody to crack your neck or your back and realign your rib cage and your spine, you need a chiropractor for that. And if you need a car detail, you get someone who's got some major freaking detail-oriented cleaning skills like this girl. And you have to use the right tools for the job. You know what I'm saying? Like the right cleaning products. And I'm not just talking about the spray, because I'm just using just vinegar and all natural shit, because I can't breathe all that. I can't handle like 409 or even Simple Green, or I just can't, man. It gags me out. It gives me a headache. And who wants to be huffing bleach all day? That is some toxic shit, So you don't have to use like harsh cleaning products. You can clean pretty much everything with, Dr. Bronner's and other types of natural biodegradable soaps and vinegar. And I do have some glass cleaner. It's not Windex, but it's like, glass is different. You can clean glass with straight vinegar, but I don't have any straight vinegar, so I don't know if what I have would leave streaks. So rather than risk it, I'm gonna just use glass cleaner. But yeah, there was some stuff stuck in the crack of these seats, and everything else came off just wiping and vacuuming. But there was this one gooby crack, you know, like maybe they spilled something driving. And I was like, I'm gonna hit that with the frickin' toothbrush and break that goopy stuff up so that I can wipe it out. And that's what a detail is, you know? It's like you take the time to notice the little things. Right? And if you hear me on this video, I don't even know why I'm making this video right now, but it's been fun sharing these before and after photos. I'm a huge fan of before and after photos because, like, maybe that's why I'm doing it. Maybe I'm doing it for my own gratification because, like the lady I'm cleaning the car for today, she doesn't even go to Burning Man. She doesn't, like, she goes out to the playa and hangs out for a bit because her kids both work for the organization. So they're basically like crew people, like they work for the event, so they have in and out privileges, and they have you know, they can do what they want. It's their day job. So, but she takes care of their kids for them while they run Burning Man. So good for her. Thanks, Grandma. People who are running Burning Man need your help because Burning Man is a major fucking thing. Yeah, it takes a lot to pull it off, including the support of grandma, child care, pet care. So many of my friends who are running into me are like, oh, did you guys burn? Or how was your burn? And I'm like, oh, I didn't go. They're like, you didn't? And I'm like, dude, no. Like it's not a guarantee that I'm gonna go every single year. I'm like, do you know how much is involved in that shit? Because I've been so many times that I don't want to do it half-ass. I want to do it in comfort and in style. I want to have my shit together. I'm going to, from now on, have my own toilet at my fucking camp, at my van, you know, but I'm going to have the toilet outside of the van, but I'm going to have my own pot to piss in and poop if I absolutely have to. That's a huge game changer. Never had that before at a burn until the Renegade burn where we had to have our own toilets. And then it was like, holy crap, now that we all brought our own toilets and realized how amazing that was, it was this light bulb moment for a lot of us burners, which was like, why haven't we been bringing our own toilet this whole time? But yeah, it's like, for me to be able to go to Burning Man, gotta have enough money to pay for the tickets and the car passes and the gas and the food and the water, and just, you know, I gotta be able to afford it. And I can afford it, but I'd rather keep more money in my savings account right now. That makes me feel more comfortable at this point in time. So, you know, it's a lot of money, a lot of cost. The next thing is time. If you're gonna take 7 days off work, and if you really want to enjoy yourself, you should be taking like 12 to 14 days off of work, because you need to have driving day, hang out in Reno and get your last minute shopping done day, stay in a hotel, take a nice shower, then drive out to the playa day. Or if you're like me and you've got a girlfriend who lives in Reno, maybe you can go stay with your girlfriend in Reno. But either way, you should drive to Reno and then stay the night and get a good night's sleep in a real bed and a real shower, and then drive out to Burning Man. And that's not how I've done it 8 out of 9 times. But the one time that I did do that, I was way better and way more rested, and I felt so much better, and I had such a better, like, I started off on the right foot, you know? When you get out there and you've had a lot of technical difficulties, let's call them, issues come up, things that were delaying you, mechanical problems, vehicle problems, motorhome problems, supply problems, whatever it was. You didn't get your fucking headlamp on Amazon, and you gotta wait for the delivery and whatever. Whatever the case may be, if you're run ragged before you go to Burning Man and you're exhausted and you're sleep deprived, and you're drinking a ton of caffeine just to make it happen, and then you get out there and you're already exhausted and you're already sleep deprived and you're already dehydrated from all the caffeine, you are so fucked. It is going to take you days to acclimate to the hot, dry desert, and you're going to start out dehydrated and feeling awful, and you're going to be playing catch up just to get into a groove where you can actually like enjoy yourself. So there's that to consider. And that amount of time that you need to do Burning Man, not just the time that you're on playa or waiting in line to get in or waiting in Exodus to get out. I'm not just talking about the actual time commitment of the physical event, but the time to pack and prep. And if you're like me and you eat healthy and you don't want to just live on hummus and chips and salsa, then you're like cooking a bunch of food and prepping a bunch of food and vacuum sealing that food and putting it in the freezer. So like I'm cooking for a week or more of food before I go to Burning Man. And that's not including like soy milk and granola. Like, yeah, you bring dry goods and you bring non-perishable stuff that you can just like pop open a can and blah, blah, blah. And you bring a bag of chips and all that shit. But you need to eat some real food like meat, vegetables, fruit. So I'm often cooking and preparing a bunch of food to take with me out there so that while I'm out there, I can eat real food. And that sets me up for success coming back as well. But yeah, that's a ton of time off work, okay? So unless you have paid vacation, you are not getting paid for that. So it's a huge time commitment and a huge financial commitment because of the hours of work lost. Like since I'm self-employed, I can go to Burning Man any year I want. I don't have to request vacation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that is one of the benefits of being self-employed. I know a lot of people out there are like, man, I wish I could just take vacation whenever the fuck I want and make my own schedule whenever I want. And I'm like, yeah, it is very nice. I do enjoy that luxury of being able to just block off my calendar whenever I want. But the trade-off is I have no health benefits provided by my work. I'm on state benefits, which are mediocre. And I'm grateful for them, though. Don't get me wrong. But I have no 401k or retirement. You know what I mean? Like, I'm completely on my own. And I have to pay my own taxes and file my own taxes. So I don't just get to, like, turn in a W-2 at H&R Block, pay $100 and get a refund. Haha. Wouldn't that be easy? I haven't done taxes like that in about 13, 14 years. Hey man, this thing is not very dirty. It's just a little bit of debris and some smeared playa, but I'm almost ready to armor all. This is gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be so fun to make it all shiny and beautiful. But yeah, I was telling somebody, or I was telling this lady, she's like, oh, so you're whatever, and you know, like kind of asking like what I'm doing with this right now. And I said, hey, I do massage therapy. That's my main gig, you know, that's my day job. And I was like, but I haven't been super busy this last couple months. And I knew that a lot of people had a really difficult burn this year because of the fact that there was a whiteout every single day. It was 100 degrees during the day. That's pretty gnarly. And whiteouts are no fun. And it was exhausting, you know, so it was even more exhausting than normal, and it's exhausting already. But I mean, it's a fucking blast, don't get me wrong. It's like the most fun you'll ever have. So it's worth the exhaustion. But I've definitely gone out there and had like a rough year with a difficult partner, brutal camp situation, brutal weather. Like, I can handle the heat. I can deal with the heat during the day because if you've seen my road trip video, where I made a couple road trip videos when I was on my most recent road trip, you just take that sarong, get it wet in the sink, wring it out, and drape it around your head, man. So I just use that wet scarf trick. Works like a charm. So it could be 100 degrees outside, but you're a nice 79, you know, and it keeps you cool. And it especially, the biggest thing I think is that it keeps your head cool, which cools down the temperature of the blood and the fluid in your brain and allows you to be able to think straight and actually keep your bearings. But when your body temperature goes up and the temperature of your head also goes up, oh, you can't think, you're dizzy, it's rough. So anyway, I can handle the heat when it's hot outside, and in the desert, I just do the wet thing, the wet scarf thing. But I also, you know, try to hang out in the shade, try to not go on a like 10-mile bike ride in that moment. But the other thing is, what I love about those hot burns, I mean, nobody likes 100-degree days, I'm sorry. But my cousin lives in Arizona and it's like 120 during the day, so I guess you just, you know, certain people are used to it. But yeah, what I like about the hot burns is that it's warm at night. So I'm super into a nice warm night. I am all about that. So who knows, if I'd gone to Burning Man this year, maybe I would have still had a great time. I would have been like, my van was amazing and I just ran the AC during the dust storms, and like, who knows, maybe it could have been amazing, but I didn't have the time and I didn't want to spend the money. So I decided not to go. But yeah, so I was telling this woman, I said, hey, the reason I'm doing this year is because like I've never offered motorhome and vehicle cleaning after Burning Man before, but it's a skill that is in my wheelhouse, and I realized that a lot of people were coming back from the burn just beat to shit and tired, and they have the money and don't want to spend the time dealing with this, you know? And so I'm like, I got you. And the other thing is, I actually enjoy it. Like, I can jam out to my music, and if I wanted, I could even be stoned. Sativa actually is my friend. When I smoke sativa, I actually get very excited about cleaning things. I don't know why. It just makes me want to get stuff done, and it helps me be like energized. But today, I don't need it. I feel plenty ready to rock, and I've got massages to go do after this, and I don't want to be stoned and forgetful or anything. So, but anyway, with cleaning gigs, you can be stoned, you can be wearing street clothes, you know, ripped up shorts and ratty t-shirts, and you don't have to look professional, and you can jam out to your favorite music, getting a little bit of a workout. As always, I love getting a workout for free with my jobs. And but yeah, what I was telling her was I actually enjoy it because I find it really gratifying when you can see something that's dirty and then an hour or two later you can see it clean. You know, like working on a project that's going to take like days and days and days, that is really hard for me. Like, or weeks, you know what I mean? It's like it's when something's really big and it's going to take a long time, it's hard for my brain to wrap around this, like, what are the steps to take today in the direction of this long-term goal. I guess I'm kind of slowly but surely doing that exact same thing with my businesses, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's like I want to be at the end, and it's hard to be in the step-by-step part. But when I see a dirty carpet that I'm going to clean, I can get that done real quick, and I get to have that gratification right away. So anyway, it's all about the right tool for the job. Maybe I'll make a video at some point about how to OCD clean things and tell you guys about all the tools and the right tools that make cleaning so much easier and more efficient. And yeah, support your local self-employed person. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll do a little quick after video once I armor all this beauty so that you guys can see it in its full shiny effect, and you can get in, you know, maybe you can enjoy that gratification with me. All right, time for vacuuming, and then we're armor alling. We're ready to go. We're almost done.